everybody. Welcome once again to Declutter, Dream, and Depart. We're moving to France. I've been feeling a lot of heavy-duty overwhelm lately. As many of you know, or as I've told you so far, I have pretty extreme ADHD. And when I have too many things going on or too much work that needs to be done, and I look around and there's this task and this task and this task, and we're trying to declutter, and we're trying to DIY stuff, and we're trying to fix stuff, and we're trying to get it all done in a certain amount of time, when there's so much stuff going on, you know, we're trying to declutter, we're trying to do some DIY, we're trying to get a lot of stuff done, and my ADHD brain just makes me feel insane, and I get completely overwhelmed, and I just want to shut down. I just want to stop. I can't do anything. I feel paralyzed to do anything because of the overwhelm. So today I just decided I'm going to do one big task, and that is going through all of my books, deciding what to keep and take with us, deciding what to give away, and deciding what to donate. So that's what we're going to do. We have several little lending libraries all over town, the little bitty ones, in several places in our town, and I'm just going to drive books to one and then another and then another. So I'll just take you along with me, and we'll talk about the overwhelming process of decluttering so we can move to France. So I emptied these shelves. This little pile down here is the last pile of books in my studio. I think that French for reading will move to my side table so I can learn a little French for reading. Here is the box that is going to the little libraries all over town. Here is a stack of classics that I told a teacher friend that they could have. And this is what we have yet to go through to sort. Oh, and I nearly forgot. These two shelves in my husband's music room are just full of market trade paperbacks. He gets to go through these, not me. Well, in the interest of not piling up stuff to get rid of, this is in the back of the car, and we're double dutying with the dog walk. Clovey! Hey, Clovey! Say hi! She's gonna go for a walk with us to the place where the little library is. One of the things that fills me with overwhelm sometimes is the fact that we live on a pretty busy road and have to drive everywhere to get anywhere. And so when I'm decluttering, I know that at the end of that time, when I'm purging stuff, I have to put it in my car and take it somewhere else. When we want to walk the dog, we have to get in the car and go somewhere. We have several really nice trails nearby and around, but we have to drive to all of them. So this is on our way to the place that has the lending library, or the little library. It's called Airmount, and it's an old Scottish plantation in our town. And we drive there frequently to walk the dog because it's a beautiful place and she loves it, and we enjoy the walks ourselves. Today was pretty hot, but we got there and parked, and I totally forgot to show you the little lending library. Well, we're now in September, and we're back up in the 80s after an unusually cool August. But the next few days will be our little short second summer, I guess. I just deposited the books, and now we're taking our little pooch for a walk. And as is usual in heat, she is not quick. When I am feeling overwhelmed, sometimes it's just a really good idea to get out of my head and go for a walk with my favorite person and my little dog Clove. It is beautiful here in North Carolina pre-fall, and we'll miss the landscape, but I think there will be plenty of landscapes to see once we've moved. There you go. Go, Clovey! Go, Clovey! Go! I think she's waiting for you to pull all the way to the end. You're so silly. There is no path over there. That's the other field. Now, granted, I know it's really hard for those of you who have trouble with overwhelm like I do to take the time to do something relaxing, to get out of your head, and to just enjoy nature. This really helps, though, to just take a break, give yourself some time to breathe and to think, and to congratulate yourself on the accomplishment that you did get done. For example, this walk with my favorite person and my little dog is my reward for just getting the job done and for filling an entire box of books that I no longer have to think about because I put them in the little library for other people to enjoy. So just remember, try to get out of your head and get into nature, because that really does help to calm the mind and make you feel better. The lake at Airmount is so bright today. Look at the sky reflecting on that water. Hello, Prime Cute Face. Are you enjoying the view too? One of the ways that I've learned how to battle overwhelm with is when I have all these things flying at me at the same time. You know, I have all these commissions to do, I have schedules to keep, I have Zooms to attend, all of that stuff. And when I have all of that stuff, I get really overwhelmed with thinking I'm going to forget something. So what I usually do is I've made it work for me in that I have an obsessive need to check my email every day and clean it out. First thing in the morning, every morning, that's the first thing I do is clean out my email. So instead of having all these thoughts bombard me and crowd up my brain and make me feel paralyzed with overwhelm, I simply just send myself an email. So the next morning when I'm cleaning out my email, I'll see it and I'll know, oh, you need to do that thing today. Being taken on a run. Wow, this is a long one. That was a good one. That was a good one, Clovey. That actually brings me to something else. I am a list maker, but I am not a list looker. I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but I'll write to-do lists and then I'll forget to look at them and I'll forget to check off the boxes. So I've tried doing it in Google Keep, I've tried notations, I've tried all of these ways to do it electronically, and it just doesn't work for me. I forget to look, I forget to be reminded, I forget to set a schedule. So instead, I'm starting to write myself a to-do list every single morning in my email. I send it to myself in my email, and then I keep marking it as unread as I go through my day so that I can keep referring back to that email that tells me when and where I need to be doing something. That's another thing I've started to do when I'm just thinking about something or have a great idea, but I'm not anywhere that I can write it down or do anything about it. I email the idea to myself now. That's what I do. And it really does help, because then I don't lose that great idea, and then I can examine it later and see, was that really a good idea, or is that my brain just going out of control? The reward walk I took with my favorite person and my favorite dog, my only dog, was really helpful in getting me out of that feeling of being completely overwhelmed with my life right now. I am able to focus again and get this video edited and put up again because it's an hour past my deadline for myself. And it just really helped me to center and get back into that mode again. So whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, send yourself a voice email and then get out into the nature and do something for you to decompress and to get out of your head. This walk went in a big loop, and we are now heading back toward where the car is parked. And I never even gave you guys a film or a picture of the actual little lending library. It is up ahead on the right, and I never actually showed you where it was, but it's near the parking lot, and it was really nice to be able to just put all the books in there, put the box back in the car, and take a walk with my husband and my dog. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video about Overwhelm, and I hope you hit that like button and subscribe button as we declutter and dream and eventually depart for France. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.